Alright guys, in today's video we're going to replace this caliper. The reason why we're replacing this caliper is because the slider pins was kind of really stiff. We got new slider pins, didn't come with the boots. These boots are crushed out. Look at this one right here. So to get the pins and these boots, it was costing almost close to a caliper. So putting another 30-40 bucks, we had a whole new caliper. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how to replace this caliper. It's a 14mm bolt here, 14mm over here. I'm going to loosen this up. And you got a 17 here and a 17 over here. That's going to release the caliper bracket. We did the brakes and rotors on this, so we're going to reuse everything else. Very simple and easy. All 5 Avalon. If you got 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all pretty much the same, even Toyota Sienna. So let's get this job going. And we're going to start with loosening up this little guy right here, this bolt for the brake line here. So I'm going to get some tools. First, I'm going to loosen up this bolt right here, this little guy right here. Just thrust it out. So counterclockwise, if you look from the back end, and there you have it. So fluid's going to come out. I'm going to close this right back up, and the fluid is dirty, so that's a good thing. We're going to get. So the reason why I loosened it, because later on it's going to be very difficult to hold this caliper and turn it. So it's just pretty much loose there for us. Next, we're going to remove this little guy right here, 14mm. Okay, there you have it. And we're gonna bring the camera up. That bolt fell, that's fine. But we should be able to turn this caliper and pull this slider pin out. Look at the condition of this. We're gonna put new sliders, and but these boots was kind of shot. So to get the sliders and the boot was gonna cost me close to a caliper. So we might as well just replace the caliper. So we got greasing on these babies. So if you got a grease here, so we don't have to redo it twice. Okay, so next step, we're gonna go back down. We got 2 bolts, 17mm here. We're gonna take this baby out. It's gonna be a tough one. I'll put an impact on. Okay, so 17mm here, and then 17mm up there, and this thing is loose. 1, 2, the bracket comes off. We're gonna bring the camera up. We're gonna save these bolts because we're gonna reuse these bolts. But first thing first, I'm gonna be touching most of this caliper rotor here, so make sure you clean the grease off. So I'm gonna put a nut here so this can hold the rotor from in place so it doesn't wiggle around. So next, we got a caliper here. So all 5 Avalon. There's the caliper part number is 99-01661 Apple. Make sure you find the correct part for your vehicle. Inside here, we got the hardware and the caliper. Comes with a new bolt here. This is a special bolt. Use this bolt. Don't use the old one. It's no longer 14mm. This is 11mm now. Comes with 2 crush washers. We're gonna save these. Put these to the side. Okay, we're gonna go back down, and we're gonna put this bracket on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna catch the threads first. Same 2 17mm bolts. Once you catch the threads, there you have it. Next step, we're gonna take off this bolt right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take out this caliper. We're gonna slide the slider pin out of the boot. There you go. We're gonna put this inside. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lock up both of these bolts nice and tight. So let's see if I'm going the correct way. Yep. That's 1. 2, double check your bolts. 1 and 2. That's it. We're gonna come back up. Okay, so we got brand new caliper bracket here. So what we're gonna do next is the hardware. We're gonna install the hardware. We're gonna put a little bit of greasing here. I did the same thing on the opposite side, so the procedure is the same. If you're doing the real caliper, same procedure, okay? So this sensor goes into the brake pad, but we already got new brake pads. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of this greasing here. We're gonna put a small tap here, small tap here. That's all you need to do, small amount, okay? As long as it covers the area and doesn't have to be a lot, okay? So it's not metal to metal. Plus, when you put the hardware in, it's gonna squash and go all around, and that's all you need to do, right in the center. Okay, so next step, try to stay back a little bit. Come close like here, right here. Next step, we're gonna take the caliper hardware here. This goes in right in the center. Remember, if you turn your rotor, it should not screech against it. Same thing here. You're gonna put this right in the center. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit tough. There you go. Push it with your screwdriver right in the center also, so the center doesn't touch the rotor. Same thing back here, same thing here. So let's look closer here, right here. This is all I'm doing here. That's what I did on the top. Pushing this back, because that will touch your rotor. And if you hear any screeching, you're just gonna have to check this hardware here. But if you put this rotor up against it and you turn it, no noise. Perfect. Next step, we already got greasing on these brake pads. So one brake pad goes here. Second brake pad goes here. There you go. This is the hard part here. We're gonna pause here a little bit and we're gonna come back. Okay, next step, we got our caliper here. Remember, we took off the bolt and the washers from here. We're gonna reuse them. So just make sure your boot grabs on. You see, snapped right in, just like this one. If you leave it open, water, moisture is gonna get in. So your caliper should nicely come down, not calm down. It should come down onto your brake pads, close up. We're gonna take that 14 millimeter. We're gonna put that baby right in. And I'm gonna lock this guy up. My hands are all kind of oily because this caliper is all like moistured up with oil. And I'm gonna lock this up. And there we have it. Nice and tight. Bada bing, bada boom. Make sure your bleeder valve is closed. If we open it and to see if it opens and closes, there you go, that's perfect. So the next step, make sure you have this ready. So the bolt has a hole right through it, so the fluid travels through it. So you need to put one washer, then the line goes on, and then the second washer. You're gonna see it in the order I do it. So remember, this is loose already. This is pre-loosened right here. So we don't need to worry about yanking and turning right here. So let me see if I got it the correct way. I'm going the wrong way. And there you go. I'm gonna just drop everything that's here. Just stay back a little bit so I can come on you. So you're gonna see some fluid come out, and that's the reason why we're gonna do it really quick. Everything is ready to go on, okay? So the caliper is ready to be installed, the lines is ready to be installed. So this guy comes off. I'm gonna put this in my bucket down here. Make sure this is clean, the surface is clean. Okay. Any corrosion around here will cause trouble, leakage, and if the crush washer don't sit properly, but they will crush and grab anyway. So this little guy goes into this little groove here, so make sure you get that there. Okay, so next step, remember, washer, bolt, this goes on, then your second washer goes on, and after that, this baby is ready to go into its place. Let me catch some threads, make sure this is aligned. Let me see if I can get this all the way. I can grab a rag. And I'm going to turn this as much as I can with the hand. And then, remember, number 11 now. It's no longer 14. So whatever the size your caliper comes with, just get the correct tool. After that, make sure you bleed the system and make sure there's no leakage here, okay, right here. And this is nice and done. So we're gonna end the video here. I'm gonna just show you from outside here so you guys can see. Come out. And take a look at this guy right here. Thank you for watching this video. Caliper is done. All that needs to be is bled. And make sure you check for fluid level. Make sure you close the reservoir cap and top of the fluid. Thank you for watching this video. See you guys on the next one.